company the entire world today is 24 billion. So you want to tell me a flat you are collecting rent for 10 million shillings in a year, and today it is being sold for 10 million shillings. So that's the reason why I feel there are many opportunities in the NSC, because they don't exist. That kind of information gap does not exist in many areas in the world. Where now I am talking to you publicly. Now there is a company here valued at 24 billion, and is making 24 billion in 1 year. Let me simplify. I'm talking about a flat with annual rent ya mwaka ya 2.4 million, na mtu anakuzia hiyo ploti leo 2.4 million. I know it doesn't see, or am I seated? You are wondering maybe the other things. How can that be? The truth of the matter is that those are the kind of opportunities in the market. The bank that chairman owns will likely make 70 billion in net profit this year. But if you bought the entire company, it is less than 4 times the annual net earnings. For me, I don't think that is normal. I think it is totally abnormal. Because if you check the companies listed in the London Stock Exchange, New York Stock Exchange, there is not those kind of opportunity anywhere. I've checked Nigerian stock market. I've checked JSC in the Johannesburg. I don't think there are companies more undervalued than in Kenya. Very, very lastly, we finished 3 times, so this is the very last. You have heard me talk about Safaricom. This is national but attached to what we are discussing today. You must have heard me talk about the government is underselling Safaricom. Why? Because they came in and told us, we are selling your shares as Kenyans for 34 shillings. Why? Because the market is around 30 shillings. So it's a good price. That's what they say. And I said, no, that's absurd. It's not possible for Safaricom to be valued at 1.5 trillion. They said, no, that's the market. And I'm trying to attach how the market is undervalued vis-a-vis the real value. Yesterday, we got news of a company called Yageo selling 65% shares they have in EABL to a Japanese company. By yesterday, the shares of that company was 252 shillings. I want you to get this. The shares yesterday in a company that is already listed, just like Safaricom, was 252 shillings or thereabout. I hope I am right, but it's around that range. Or maybe that's the average I had done. If you take the money that the Japanese are paying for the 65, each share is valued at close to 600 shillings. So my take is, and that is what I'm pressing the government, you come and tell us about market price for the asset we own as Kenyans. And when there is a private transaction like that one, the investor is not looking at market price. They are looking at the real value of the company. That's why instead of paying 252 shillings, they are paying more than double that. Actually 135% higher. That shows that the market is undervalued, number one. But also number two, that Kenya is making a gross mistake of selling Safaricom on the basis, only one basis, something called market price. Because there is no way companies are valued just because of how they are trading in the market. Market is there to give liquidity, but not necessarily the full value. And I gave the other example as I wind up. There is a company called Revipingo, those who could remember, in 2014. It was selling in the market for 27.5 shillings. And some people came to buy it. Actually, some of the sons of the founder. I had some few shares, so I'm not giving stories. We ended up pocketing 85 shillings for a share that was trading in the market at 27.5. And that is why I am saying, as a public servant, that Kenya must do everything possible to stop the government from underselling our Safaricom shares. Because if you open up Safaricom for other companies to bid, Kenya is going to receive many more billions to develop our education, to build our infrastructure, and to make our economy better. Otherwise, thank you very much, and may God bless you.